All right, so this is my, well, it was gonna be my update 3 video, but um this is like my update basically on like plans for the stream, things that's been going on, so on and so forth. Um Last week I couldn't stream at all. Like I think I announced on my Discord that about my dad's cancer. His bladder cancer. I found out after we got back from vacation in January. They knew before then, but they wanted me to enjoy my vacation while I was out. Just to give you guys a quick refresher, I'm gonna go through it real quick. February, just sort of making plans, trying to figure out things going forward. Didn't have any vacation time to go out and see him, so we were just trying to figure out like what exactly we were gonna do, how we were gonna proceed forward with it. And it was kind of like out of left field because he had been, feeling a type of way and having to go to the bathroom a lot, and we thought it was a kidney infection and stuff like that, and it turned out it was bladder cancer. They went in to scrape and biopsy and do all this other stuff to his bladder to try and clear it out, so his bladder wouldn't like cause backups into his kidneys. He's also got like some things with his kidneys that to help with their flow. It's almost like colostomy bags for your kidneys. They just drain. It makes it pretty easy for dealing with that. But yeah, it's been like a wild ride. Having to talk him through things, encourage him to do things, so on and so forth. But he definitely has been in good spirits. He's been doing, hey, what's up, Alfie? How's it going, man? Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll make it like a redeem or something. I'll get like a water washable marker. But yeah, so my dad's been dealing with the cancer thing, and it's just been something that is continuous daily processing, and then work's been like crazy. But the biggest problem has been just processing my dad's sickness. I think Asmongold put it the best. Growing old isn't a problem. Like, I can get old. Eventually, I know that I will die. That's just life, right? Something we all have to face as mortal beings. But it's watching your parents age, grow old, get sick, and eventually pass that will eat away at you more than anything. Losing the people around you, that's basically the whole gist of it. Sucks. You grow up as a kid thinking like your parents are immortal, they'll always be there. You don't really think about mortality until it's knocking at your door, right? But he started chemo on his birthday, wildly enough, on the 10th. They thought his kidney function was not going to be good enough, but it turns out his kidney function was borderline to above that, so they were able to go through with it. Hopefully he can continue to go through with his therapies, and we can see some actual shrinkage on the tumor. But I think the biggest thing too is that, with bladder cancer, the way it works is that even though they shrink the tumor and it hasn't spread through his body, there's nothing in his lymph nodes or anything like that, it's still in the bladder, so that has to be removed. And it sucks to think about either of my parents losing quality of life. It's an awful thought, but it's something that I've had to mull over for a little bit. But it's something that you think about every time, like, I go to the bathroom. Every time I go pee, I think about it. It's one of those crazy things like that. And I think it's been between that, the harshness of work, the lack of sleep from worrying about him and him going through things and trying to decide, hey, do I need to go back to Texas to spend some time, or even if I even have the vacation time to do so. It's all a pretty big deal, right? So that's basically been my prior week to 2 months is just processing, dealing with that, in and out of, you know, just rough mental states and whatnot. I do want to stream more like Black Desert, Final Fantasy, things like that. When I get into that headspace, I don't even want to play, like, I don't even want to play video games. Like, there was a handful of times this week when I would just watch stuff on my computer, and I didn't even want to play video games. Weiss and I played video games for a little bit, and last week we watched some anime, and we caught up and completed some other anime, but it's just been a pain in the ass. Like a weight on your shoulders, mentally trying to drag you down every step you take, and it sucks. Yeah, that's pretty much my update. I'm still planning on doing more Path of Exile sometime, just to dabble a little bit, maybe throw it on stream a little bit. I know Linus was wanting to see my my build and how it turned out. I apologize I haven't been on Path of Exile, but with everything that had been going on, it's been like a lot of different things. Like, when I found out about my dad, I completely dropped out of my raid group for Final Fantasy. Like, I just didn't want to touch it anymore. And then I didn't want to game at all. Like, my whole like mental mindset was just like moving away from gaming and just trying to sit and process what my mind was dealing with at that time. But yeah, it's a lot. And for a video update, it's a pretty heavy one, because typically it's me just kind of fooling around talking about what I'm going to do next week, which I do plan on playing more games the next week. Probably a bit more Helldivers, probably spend some time on Final Fantasy and BDO, probably look into something else. Friends got me Oh Dear, we might give that a shot. Star Citizen may be dropping a new patch soon, so we'll be checking that out. There's not too much more that I can add to that, but you know, guys, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming out, watching the stream. This is where we're recording is on the stream, on Twitch TV/Devlin, or on the YouTube channel, because I dual stream. So if you're a subscriber there, you'll also get a notification. We have our Discord and whatnot that anyone's free to join. I'll be including links to that in the description below, and so on and so forth. Hope your dad feels better soon. Me too. He just started the chemo treatments. I think it's like 4 or 8 every 2 weeks. So they do one treatment every 2 weeks so the body can recover, and then they'll see if the tumor shrinks. Like I said, they didn't see any cancerous cells in his blood, which is awesome. You know, it's kind of one of those things that you don't believe is real. Like, you know how bad it could be, but it's not there yet, and your brain doesn't jump to that. Some people's brains do. Some people panic. But it's definitely one of those things, man. We'll see how it goes. I want to stream more too, because he even told me, hey, don't put your life on hold because I'm sick. Like, don't worry about me to the point of where you know. He's a very spiritual and religious person. He says put faith in God, pray, so on and so forth. You know, he's doing his treatments, so there's not much that you can do. And then the whole idea of like, hey, put faith in God, is not like, hey, you have to be religious. It's just, hey, put some faith on it, because there isn't anything. You're an observer now. Figure it out. It sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. I do appreciate you guys coming by, hanging out. I do appreciate the well wishes for my dad.